Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Today we have a guest who's not just a great scientist or a fantastic professor, but a person who consistently goes above and beyond to empower and encourage his students to achieve their very best. So let's dive into his journey from school bench to groundbreaking research and hear his thoughts. So I welcome Dr. Apurba L. Koner, Professor, Department of Chemistry, IISER Bhopal. Hello sir, good evening. First question for you. Could you walk us through your journey from your school days to joining IISER Bhopal? What were some of the key turning points in your life?
Yeah, so I started my schooling from one of the very remote village in Bengal, and then I went to school to my nearby village, and that was almost like 4 kilometers from my village. And I have to walk to go to the school. Of course, there is no bicycle, anything, so no transportation that was available. So, and after that, I went to my high school to another city, which was around 40 kilometers from my village. And then I did my schooling there, 10+2. After that, I went to there's a university, central university called Vishwabharati Shantiniketan, where I did my bachelor. And after that, after this competitive exam, I went to IIT Bombay for doing my masters, and from there to Germany for doing another masters plus PhD, and then after PhD to postdoc in Oxford for 3 years, and joined IISER Bhopal in 2012. And then the key turning points, if you think about that, of course, I think the going away from my village to a city, that was one of the turning point where, of course, I have interacted with many toppers of different schools. So, of course, competition was important at that stage. And then also in the BSc, also many students from different colleges, they came and then, of course, studied together. So that was also another kind of competition. But staying in that university in Vishwabharati, what I felt that learning with freedom, that was something I enjoyed. Okay, and then teachers are very helpful. We don't have to take any extra tuition like that. And then, whenever we get time, we used to go to the library like that. And of course, after bachelor, that journey to IIT Bombay, that was also very important. Being studied and being and brought up in Bengal, I didn't have much idea about the language. So, of course, language was something I struggled initially at IIT Bombay. And then, of course, from Bombay to Germany, that was like a regular process, I feel, because all generally in that time, our master student from IIT, they used to go to outside, abroad for doing their PhD. So that was kind of normal. But I think the point where I think got changed really dramatically in my career is my bachelor and then the masters.
Like, what first sparked your interest in chemistry? It was some professor or some course that you took?
Yes, I think I remember 3 of my teachers actually who motivated me to do science. One was my mathematics teacher, and then chemistry teacher later in school, and also life science teacher. Okay, so these 3 teachers actually motivated me to do science as such. Okay, and of course later in the process I interacted with many other faculty who motivated me to do well. But I can remember in my early career, 3 major teacher, life science, chemistry and mathematics, they motivated me a lot actually to do science.
So outside of the labs and classroom, what are some of your hobbies and interests that students are generally unaware of?
Okay, I like to do fishing. Okay, that is, I love to do whenever I go to village, if the time permits and then weather is good. I love fishing because that increases your patience level, and time to time, I think it's very important to do something like that, where you can even enhance your patience level. And of course, I do play cricket. I love cricket. So that was, I think, student already knows about this, but the fishing part, I think, students are unaware of.
So, for students who are new to our campus, could you elaborate your research area and why it's an exciting field?
Yeah, I think what we do in the lab is something is related to curiosity-driven research, and what we do actually enjoy doing it, and we make a lot of these colorful molecule which gives glow actually when you shine light, and sometimes these colorful molecules can be used to understand what happens in our living systems. Okay, so in simple terms, we use very small molecule which can give glow, and using that glow, we can study the dynamics and light processes.
Could you share a Eureka moment of your research career?
Yeah, so there are many Eureka moments, but one I remember well. So that was during my PhD days. I was working with a drug which is used to cure gastric ulcer, which is lansoprazole, omeprazole, those kind of drugs. And these drugs, of course, we take before food, 20 minutes before food. And what we discovered in that time, using another molecule, that if we mix them together, you can take the drug with the food. Okay, and then the drug will be stable forever, and whenever you need to use the drug, you can use it. Okay, so that was kind of very unexpected, because we didn't expect that this will happen, but we got something which is really remarkable, and of course we published a good paper which a lot of people appreciate.
Coming to your teaching part, what is your teaching philosophy? What's the one key takeaway you hope students to gain from your courses beyond the syllabus?
What I believe that students should be able to think independently. They should be able to ask questions, critical questions, and ask why. Okay, so that is always my kind of motto of teaching, that students should be enlightened with the knowledge subject, but they should ask question, what is why this is like this, why not the other way. Okay, so the philosophy is always that they should be able to think independently and be curious about the subject.
So, what's a common misconception that students have about a career in academic research?
I think the new generation always feels that they wanted to have a package after they graduate, so they wanted to earn a lot of money immediately, but then lot of money, good package will not come if you do not work hard, if you do not know the subject. Okay, so if you have a good knowledge about the subject, if you are working hard, package will be automatic. Okay, so don't go for package, go for knowledge, go for hard work, package will automatically come.
Especially in chemistry, why we are seeing that less number of students are taking, like students' interest is declining towards chemistry. What do you think? What's the major reason?
So possibly maybe we are not getting enough good teachers to motivate these young students actually, that how fascinating the chemistry can be. So that is, I think, one of the major reason in the school level, even primary, secondary level, number of teachers, good teachers, who can motivate it, students actually to do science or being curious about science, that number is less. So there are number student ratio, I think, is a concern in primary and secondary level, who can motivate or give enough time to motivate these students. I think this is one of the major concern, that why even not only in chemistry, why students are not coming in science, they are just going to other discipline, because we are not getting enough good students, good teachers to motivate actually the students.
So, for an undergrad just starting their chemistry journey, what foundational concepts or skills they should absolutely develop?
I think I don't think that in the undergrad level you have to know chemistry like as a subject, chemistry, physics, biology. You have to have overall knowledge about science. Okay, so it's about science. If you think about that you are good in mechanics, okay, then of course that concept can be useful for many other things in other subject of science. So don't think about that you are going to learn chemistry or you are going to learn the reaction related to chemistry. Just think about learning overall package about science. So this is a problem that you are going to solve it in future. So don't think about this is a chemistry problem. So think about this is a science problem, and many disciplines can together solve this problem.
So, how can an undergraduate student explore different specializations to find their true passion?
Okay, so the recent trend, what I see that it's like child wanted to learn all the ports. Okay, but then you do not know which one you are good at.
Yes.
Okay, so you have to ask your heart, that you have to ask yourself that what you are passionate about, what you are good at, and what you enjoy most, maybe next 10 years, 15 years, like that. Okay, so just to find out that which area you are interested in, so maybe you can try 3-4 different areas, and then you have to like that area which you can continue for long. Okay, so
That's why we should do more internships.
You can do more internship, but don't do too diverse areas. Okay, so sometimes you cannot connect the dots. So I think it's very important that you can correlate things. Okay, so don't go very diverse areas, because sometimes you cannot correlate things. Okay, so try to have a flavor of everything, but you have to have that flavor which you like most. Okay.
So, sir, one last question that we have. So, one final piece of advice to inspire all the students through the challenges and triumphs ahead. What's the one piece of advice that you would like to give to the students?
Work hard and compete with yourself, not compete with your friends.
So, thank you very much, sir.